We've already been over two items you should never post on Facebook. Number one, your birth date with the year in there and your place of birth. Number two, pictures and names of your minor children. For goodness sakes, don't make identity theft or abductions or anything else more possible, more likely to occur in the world. Number three, don't detail a single favorite book or movie or song. That is also widely used as a security question. What was your favorite movie? Well, I don't know. I like Airplane. Well, that's great, but you know what? If you post that as your only favorite movie on Facebook, then that is well known then that is a security question that somebody could lift off of there. And the reason I say this is you may think that, well, you know, I only share with my 100 closest friends. Now, first of all, how well do you really know number 89?
Yep.
Okay? If you rank ordered your friends, how well do you know number 92? You know, and you really are rank ordering them on Facebook. Your top 10, your top 20, those are your really close people. You start getting into your mid-50s, it might be something different. And by the time you get to number 278, you know, or number 412, really, how well do you know that person? How well are you sure? I mean, maybe acquaintances. I always said that you need to have a litmus test. Mine is I need to have gone to school with you, be related to you, have worked with you, or had a drink with you. It's got to be one of those, okay?
Now, see, you had a really tight spiral.
I had a real tight
until
one.
the end,
And then it's fall apart.
and then cast of thousands.
But even then, I'm not going to add as friends people I've never met. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I have to have broken bread with you, so to speak, to consider you at least somebody I'm willing to agree to that level of intimacy with.
I agree, and I agree from the security side of it, and from the other side, nobody cares what your favorite book is. I've been on Facebook for a little while yet. Nobody's wanted to strike up a conversation with me about my favorite television show.
Yeah.
I don't know what mine listed are.
So
if
tell me,
there
Chris,
are any.
Tell me about the Fountainhead. What do you really think?
I mean,
Atlas shrugged.
Exactly. I mean, just no.
Now, the other part to this, too, is not only should you avoid that because you don't know really who you're sharing with, and by the way, never discount the possibility that friends of yours may have Facebook accounts that get hacked.
Yes.
Because that can also happen. We've had callers call us here on the WHO Radio Wise Guys about that exact thing. People calling and saying, my account got hacked. What do I do? People can get access to this information. But here's the other part to it. Sites like Facebook aren't being operated for the public interest. This is not the charity. Mark Zuckerberg is not a member of the Little Sisters of the Poor, okay?
No, he's not.
He's making money off of this. They're making money by building profiles of the members who are on the site. The more information you give them, the more value it has. It's like going to work and then not turning in your pay stub.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to give you all this valuable stuff, but I'm never going to ask for anything in return. Don't give this stuff away. Go ahead, if you're going to list stuff, you really want to list your favorite movies or books or whatever, name 5 to 10, which is just enough to make sure that one of them isn't your clear favorite and then could be used against you for security purposes, but not so many that they can build this complete psychological profile about you, which they can from all this information that you're giving away. I mean, if you don't think that they can do this stuff, you apparently haven't been paying attention to Netflix.
No kidding.
Which is built off the premise that what you liked in the past tells us what you're going to like in the future. Right. So don't give it away, for goodness sakes. And number 4, do not ever share your immediate location on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. I don't care on anything. Don't do it, because shy of those extraordinary instances, like the guy who snapped the picture of the U.S. Airways plane in the Hudson, okay, that was an extraordinary event. That's cool.
Right.
But other than that, don't give away information. Telling people online that you're going on a 2-week vacation is the equivalent of sticking a sign out in the front yard.
I have a friend of mine, a former Facebook friend, an actual former coworker, who 3 times while he was out of town, he lived in Iowa, was from out of state, 3 different times when he made a trip home, his house got broken into and he got cleaned out.
Gosh.
It was the 3rd time when he's posting on Facebook, I can't believe this has happened to me again. And the first response was, maybe you should stop telling people on Facebook when you're not going to be home for a week. Account deleted. Off he goes.
I have nothing to add to that.
Think it through, pal.
Unbelievable.
Think it through.
Not even putting, the cart and the horse together on this one.
Nope. And you could see I could feel the horror he felt when he read that comment and realized, oh, no.
Things I can't say on the radio.
And the account was deleted Next day, gone.
As it rightly should.
Although he's back now, so
well, that's what happens. And look, we're not trying to fill you with paranoia here or anything like that, but seriously, the world is not filled with bubblegum and teddy bears. You need to be cautious, and it's great. Go ahead and use sites like Facebook. That's fine, but understand as well, it's an old saying I've heard used in the police field, the policing sector, that the crooks only have to get lucky once. The cops have to get lucky every single time.
Right.
Okay. In the same way, the crooks can still use Facebook against you, and they only have to find one thing. They only have to get lucky with you giving away the right piece of information once. You have to get lucky every single time. So just hold it back. Just take a deep breath before you share everything on Facebook. And by the way, sharing those pictures of, your crazy times at the bar might not just be bad for your occupational future.
Oh.
But if you're sharing them in real time, and you can do this on Facebook, you can do this with TwitPic, you can do this with Flickr, any of these sites. If just say, for instance, you're out, and you're out with a group of friends. Let's say your group of women, about 3 or 4 of you, and you're sharing pictures of this. That is telling potential stalkers or crazed ex-boyfriends or
where to find
anybody else where to find. Yeah, you. And by the way, and we're inebriated.
Yeah.
Don't give this away.
And listen, you want to do those things. You want to put those pictures up and share with everyone the glorious time you had in Las Vegas, conceiving your first child you didn't want. Fine. Upload them when you get home.
Yeah, wait till you get home.
Just
exactly right.
Wait until you get home.
Speaking of getting home, R2-D2 will not be coming home anytime soon. Space Shuttle Discovery has now launched for the last time. They're going to the International Space Station, and they took with them a little robot, a humanoid robot, because they figured, you know what? We've got these routine tasks that have got to get taken care of, this maintenance stuff that has to be done, the housekeeping work. Why not have a machine do it instead of a human being? Because that way the human beings can spend their time doing valuable stuff like, science and research and things. Or staring out the window, whatever.
Exactly. Eating weird foods out of tubes.
Exactly. So Discovery will get to the space station today, and it's delivering a module that's got supplies on it, including this Robonaut 2, which they thus have called R2. So it's the R2 and the R2-D2 already there. I think it's great. And, it's also a sign, by the way, just another sign of the times, just like the IBM Watson, which was kicking the button, taking names on Jeopardy the other day. It's another sign that we can have machines do the work for us so we can do more of the thinking work, more of the valuable stuff. And that's a good thing. I mean, it's going to be disruptive. And the next 20 to 50 years are going to be extremely disruptive as robots and machines and computers do more human thinking tasks. Man, we're going to be so much better off for it as long as we choose to use it right instead of just, screwing off all our time on Facebook.